Hello there. Thanks for coming. You want to know how to use ina already before this live stream to mean or something like 과일이나 채소나, like something like that. It looks the exact same, but it's a completely different meaning. But you want to know this first before you really dive into today's lesson. We do have a big lesson today. This form is really easy to make. All you do is you take a noun, and if the noun ends with a consonant, you attach ina. If the noun ends with a vowel, you just attach na. This is used after a number or an amount, and it's used for a number that's more than what the speaker, so more than you thought, or more than you expected. So when you attach it, it adds the meaning, or it adds the feeling, I should say, to your sentence that, hey, that's more than I thought. You could translate it as no less than. Let's say it's 3 something. So 3, that's sure more than I expected. No less than 3, or at least 3. Yeah, it's at least 3. And that's, more than I thought, or as many as 3. So you can translate it these ways if you must translate it as something. Think about this for a second in English. If you wanted to say, I ate 3 bananas, normally you would say in Korean, 바나나 3개 먹었어요. But what if you wanted to express like 3 is more than I was expecting? How would you say this in English? Like, I ate 3 bananas instead of just saying I ate 3 bananas. Like, wow. You might say this sort of intonation. You might want to emphasize the number because you're surprised or you're angry or something. But either way, it's used for a large number in order to add emotion. Emotion is the key usage of this form. This form is used to add emotion after an amount or a number to show that that number is bigger or more than you expected or more than you thought. Adding this grammar form is like saying, wow, that's more than I thought. So if you were to say, I ate 3 bananas, it's like saying, I ate 3 bananas. Wow. And that's more than I thought I could eat. This form is 100% optional. Let's say someone's asking, how many bananas are there? 3개 있어요. There are 3. But what if these are rare bananas? They are golden bananas. So you wanted to express that, well, 3 is way more than I expected there would even be. 3개나 있어요. 3개나 있어요 and 3개 있어요 both have the literal same meaning. There are 3. Would you believe me if there's a word we use in English that has a similar meaning as this? I ate 3 bananas. I ate like 3 bananas. It adds emphasis to whatever word you're using it with in English. This has a similar feeling as ina. So I think like is a good way you can translate it if you have to translate it. But keep in mind, as you know, like is more of like a casual expression in English. If you need something more proper, like for an essay or something, I recommend no less than, at least, or as many as, just like I wrote before. Or if you don't want to translate it, but you want to add something to your English sentence to convey the feeling, look at the sentence's ending, and no matter what it is, whether it's a question mark or a period, slap on an exclamation mark to the end. And you'll also have the same feeling that this form gives. For example, I ate 3 bananas. I ate 3 bananas. The second one with the exclamation shows some sort of surprise. It shows emotion, certainly, right? My doctor said I'm not supposed to eat any bananas and I ate 3. So here is the first example. 바나나, banana, 바나나를 3개나. So notice it attaches after the number. In this case, 3개, so 3. 3 bananas, 3개나 먹었어요. This sentence has the same literal meaning as just saying 바나나를 3개 먹었어요. I ate 3 bananas. This all it does is adds emotion to the sentence to show either like surprise or anger or something like that, to express that this number is more than I expected or more than I thought. Like, wow, 3 bananas, that's more than I thought. So instead of just saying I ate 3 bananas, this one has the nuance of saying like I ate 3 bananas, or maybe I ate like 3 bananas. 미안해요. I'm sorry. 제가 2시간이나 늦었네요. 2시간 늦었네요. I was late 2 hours. 2시간이나 늦었네요. I'm sorry, I was late like 2 hours. Wow, I was late 2 hours. I am so sorry. It adds emotion. 미안해요. 제가 2시간이나 늦었네요. 펜 하나에. So 에 here is used to mean per or each or a. And 하나 is one pen. So each pen is 20만 원. 200,000 won. 20만 원이나 하네요. So is about 200,000 won. And then the 이나, again, just adds emotion like, wow, they're charging like 200,000 won per pen here. 펜 하나에 20만 원이나 하네요. It costs like 200,000 won for one pen. 철수는 그 영화, that movie, 10번, 10 times, 10번이나 봤대요. If you don't know this ending, Teo, it's just said. So 철수 says he saw that movie like 10 times. 철수는 그 영화를 10번이나 봤대요. 실수로. 실수 is a mistake, so by mistake, 사탕, candy, 500 봉지. So 500 봉지 is like a bag. 500 봉지나, more than I expected. 주문하다 is to order. So I ordered, by mistake, 500 bags of candy. 실수로 사탕을 500봉지나 주문했어요. By mistake, I ordered like 500 bags of candy. 거긴, short for 거기는. So over there, 여름 is summer and autumn is ice and 녹다 is to melt. 되다 is to become, to be. So in this case, be summer. It has to be summer. 여름이나 돼야. So only when it is summer, 얼음이 녹아요. Does the ice melt? So the ice is only going to melt there when it's summer. Adding na here means the ice is only going to melt there when it's like summer. Emphasizing not that the amount is more than expected, but in this case, the time of year is more than expected. Or in this case, it's longer than expected. So you can kind of think of it like time. 거긴 여름이나 돼야 얼음이 녹아요. It has to be at least summer there for the ice to melt. What about a question? 샤워 means shower. 샤워를 하루에. So 하루 is one day. So in a day, 5번, 5 times. 5번이나 해요? So do you shower like 5 times in a day? When you're using this in a question to emphasize that some amount, some number is more than you expected, it's the exact same thing. Do you shower 5 times in a day? Do you shower like 5 times a day? Is what it's asking. 왜, why, 손님, guest. 왜 손님을 50명이나 초대했어요? 초대하다 is to invite. So why did you invite like 50 guests? If it's okay to add an exclamation mark in your head, this is a perfect sentence. It has that emotion. Like, why did you invite like 50 guests here? 왜 손님을 50명이나 초대했어요? Again, if you can add an exclamation mark and it still matches, it's still okay, then you can use this in a question. Otherwise, if you can't add an exclamation mark, like adding it would change your sentence significantly or sound weird, then you cannot use this form to add emphasis to a number. This form only adds emphasis when it's used to give emotion to a sentence. If you use this and your sentence does not have extra emotion, then this form 이나 used in a question has a different meaning. Let me give you an example. 친구를 몇 명. 몇 means how many. 명 is just the counter for a person. 친구를 몇 명이나 만났어? How many friends did you meet? This sentence does not mean that you're showing extra emotion because all you're asking is how many friends did you meet? In questions, simple questions that are not expressing emotion, that are not showing surprise or anger or anything. They are purely questions, straightforward questions. This means 좀, and 좀 means about or approximately. So this sentence doesn't mean you met how many friends like that. If you didn't mean to ask this with an exclamation mark, It would not mean that. It only means about or approximately. But because this is just a straightforward question, how many friends did you meet? It just means about how many friends did you meet? 친구를 몇 명이나 만났어? Hey, about how many friends did you meet? Or like, how many friends did you meet? If we want to use the like translation again here. About how many friends did you meet? 이번에는, so this time, 는 is just for emphasis, like this time, instead of last time, this time, this semester, 수업 is classes 몇 개. So how many classes, 수업을 몇 개나 들어요? So how many classes, about how many classes are you taking this semester? So this time, about how many classes are you going to take? 이번에는 수업을 몇 개나 들어요? Again, there is no exclamation feeling here. All you're saying is just, hey, so like how many classes are you taking this semester? It only means about or approximately when it's used in a straightforward, pure question. No emotion. This form is completely different than 이라도. I did a separate live stream about this. So watch that live stream if you want to learn more. But basically, 이라도 is only used to say at least when the speaker's trying to choose among multiple options and they're not choosing what they wanted the most. They're just choosing something else among their options. Like, well, at least let's go get that. Or at least we can watch this movie. Or at least I'll eat pizza. So it's not related to ina. But it can also translate as at least. And ina can translate sometimes as at least. So keep that in mind. Do you know the word 얼마? 얼마 means how much. You can use 얼마 to say 얼마예요. How much is it? When you go to the store. 이거 얼마예요? How much is it? There's another word though. 얼마나. How much? 얼마나 originally comes from 얼마 and this ina. We learned that na has two uses technically, right? The first one is to show surprise, like you're surprised it's that much. It's more than I thought. It's how much? But na also had another use we learned, and it means about. So this could mean how much, like that much. 얼마나 좋아. It's so good. Or it could also mean about how much. 얼마나 걸려요? About how long does it take? Literally, like how much time does it take? You technically can say 얼마 in this sentence as well. 거기, there, over there. 가는데. So going over there, and this 는데 is the same as 는데에. So in order to go there, this is commonly how you would say how long it takes to go somewhere. Like 거기 가는데 1시간 걸려요, for example. It takes an hour to go there. In this case, 거기 가는데 얼마나 걸렸어요? How long did it take to go there? So about how long did it take to go there? 거기 가는데 얼마나 걸렸어요? So this is just something to kind of like think about, just that 얼마나 also comes from here. Okay, and that is the whole lesson for today. Thank you everyone for coming, and I will see you again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐!